show to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. On first down, Carr, flush to his right. And right away, he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. The first carry for DeAndre Washington. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Well, when you think of these two teams, two franchises, Baltimore and Oakland, Charles, what comes to mind?
Well, the ghost to the post in the late 1970s, but remember, that was the Baltimore Colts, who are now in Indianapolis. These are the Ravens, who came from Cleveland and formerly were the Browns.
They also have some history, though. The Ravens, between these two teams, won an AFC championship game in 2001. Also beat a Derek Carr-less Raiders 30-17 in Oakland a year ago. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Shotgun now for Carr. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and through. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the dual threat man. This is DJ Foster. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Marcus Gilchrist there to bring him down.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Incomplete. Coverage there by Dex. Mr. McDonald. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Eric Weddle's one of my favorite players in the league, Brandon. A guy that always seems to be in the right place at the right time, making a play on the football, and he has excellent hands, as we just saw there.
They'll start on the ground with Foster. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And complete, right side to Cook. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he is taken down deep in Baltimore territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a 1st down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now here come the Ravens. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry for Foster. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. We got 3. Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On second down, here's Jackson. Over the middle here to Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was hoping to get that one to Tevin Coleman in space, and it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the play. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. A right side catch by Crabtree. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. This is Foster, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56, lucky 56. Detroit, Detroit. All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Jackson from the shotgun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That one goes for 24 yards. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 56. Lucky 50.
From the gun, it's Jackson. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer.
I think the Baltimore Ravens front office will tell you that's exactly why they drafted Hayden Hurst. He's got the potential to make a big impact in the league, especially in the red zone, and he just delivered right there.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
6-18.
Throwing again. Carr. It's complete to Brown, right side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
It's caught by Bryant. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. They'll toss it to Coleman. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Gun! 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 Set! 3-19! Gun! Gun! 3-19!
Now Jackson on 1st down. Looking deep for Crabtree. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson going to throw again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time. Now after the INT, it's Carr. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he's got his tight end, Cook, in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.